This is Coach Michael Harlow with Endorphin Fitness here to take you through the race details for the I Love the Tavern Triathlon. Let's talk about the schedule for race weekend. On Friday, we are going to have a pre-swim at the race course at 6 p.m. so that you can get comfortable in the water before race day. On Saturday, you will want to come to packet pickup from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock at Endorphin Fitness, which is 8908 Patterson Avenue. On Sunday at 5:30 a.m., transition will open, chip pickup will be available, and packet pickup will be available for anyone that did not pick up on Saturday. Transition is going to close at 6:35 to allow plenty of time for you to walk the 0.6 miles up to the swim start. You will want to make sure that you plan for that. We will have a short meeting at 6:50 at the race site, and then the first wave will go off at 10 o'clock. We expect awards to take place at 10 o'clock that morning. Here are a few essentials that you'll definitely want to bring on race day. We encourage you to bring some food for before, during, and after the event, as well as you'll want to wear a uniform that you can wear during the swim, bike, and run portion without having to change. For the swim, you'll want your goggles and a cap if you choose to use one. On the bike, you'll want your helmet and your cycling shoes if you have cycling shoes. And then of course your bike, which you'll want to make sure is safe and well maintained before the event. For the run portion, you will want to have your running shoes, which we encourage you to have equipped with some sort of lace lock or elastic lace system so that you can put these on without tying. In addition, you'll want to have what's called a race belt, which your race number will affix to, and this just snaps around your waist as you run out of transition. I'm going to show you a few different ways to set up transition today. The first way is a fairly advanced way where you will get in and out of your cycling shoes while on the bike. To do this, we are going to actually clip in to your shoes and affix them in an upright position on your bike, waiting for you in transition. Then you will also place your helmet with your glasses inside the helmet sitting on your handlebars. With this setup, you will come into transition and you will put on your glasses, then put on your helmet, and then instantly take your bike and roll it out of transition. When you hop on your bike, you'll be able to slip into your shoes and start pedaling away. We enable this by affixing your shoes in an upright position using rubber bands. Once you start pedaling, these rubber bands will instantly break and allow you to pedal freely. If you're not comfortable getting in and out of your cycling shoes on the bike, you can simply place these cycling shoes on the ground behind your running shoes. If you are doing this, what I encourage you to do is also place your helmet and glasses on top of the cycling shoes as well, so that you do not forget them as you head out of transition. Transition 2 is fairly simple. All you will need are your running shoes and a race belt that has your race number affixed to it. Now remember that we encourage you to have on your running shoes some kind of speed lace system so that you can just slide them on. Now if you do not have cycling shoes, you will essentially do transition 2 in transition 1 before you get on the bike. And if you're doing this, what we recommend is putting your helmet on top of your shoes as well as your glasses, so that when you come into transition, you will put on your glasses, your helmet, then your shoes, and then go ahead and put your race belt on so that you have nothing to worry about when you come back from the bike before starting the run. The swim is a very simple course and very beginner friendly. You will simply enter the water on a ramp and lay on your stomach for the swim start. You will be swimming with the current downstream until you get to a final yellow buoy, which you will make a right turn around and then take the steps out of the water. Flip-flop buckets will be available at the swim start so that after you walk up to the swim start, you can throw them in there and then they'll be available at awards for you to pick up. The Tavern bike course is super fun, but also challenging at times. You will start out on James River Road, which has a nice uphill to it. Make sure you don't burn your legs out too early in this. You will want to make sure that you build into the intensity on this section. At just under a mile onto the course, you will make a right on Huguenot Trail, which is predominantly flat, but there is a slight downhill at the very beginning. At mile 4.6, you will make a left turn on Mannequin Town Ferry Road. Here you're going to climb for this whole road, and it will finish up with a max incline of over 6%, which is very tough and something you're gonna wanna prepare for. If you get a chance to get out on the course and look at this, I advise it. The good side about this is that you are at the top of this hill, you're gonna make a U-turn at Page Road, and you're gonna head back down that same hill you just climbed. This U-turn is located at mile 9.4. At mile 14.2, you're gonna make a right turn on the Huguenot Trail. Again, this is fairly flat, but there will be a slight incline before you hit mile 18 and make a left on the James River Road. At this point, you are gonna be downhill back to transition, and this is a great opportunity to spin out your legs and prepare for the run. The Tavern Run course is super exciting. You have the first mile that's in the trail, then the middle mile, which is in the neighborhood, and then the final mile, which is again on the trail. In that first mile on the trail, it's fairly flat, but there is a slight incline at mile 0.6. The neighborhood is just an out and back with 3 turns. There's a right on River Downs North Drive, a U-turn at the turnaround, and then a left on Gracewood Court, which will take you back into the trail. The final mile of the trail is again very flat, but there is a slight downhill on the way home. A couple things to keep in mind. There are aid stations at each mile, and there is an aid station at the turnaround. There will also be a few bridges on the course. You'll want to be careful on these as they can get a little bit wet, and we don't want you to slip. There are several turns through the trail. Make sure as you come out of those turns that you focus on getting your cadence back up, and you'll find that that will cause you to have the fastest time possible. You'll want to make sure that you have your helmet on your head and your chin strap buckled while on the bike, whether racing or not at the race. Additionally, you will want to make sure that your helmet has a CPSC sticker in it, which just certifies that it's safe and something that the officials often check for. Additional rules that you want to be aware of include the fact that you cannot have any earphones in during the race. You have to have everything in your transition area and nowhere out on the course. You cannot abandon any equipment on the course, and you cannot accept any outside assistance while racing. You'll also want to know a few rules around drafting, which essentially means that you are taking an advantage by riding too closely to the competitor in front of you. You'll want to always stay 3 bike lengths behind any other competitor. If you need to pass this competitor, you can pass on the left and you have 15 seconds to do so. If you get passed, you need to drop out of their draft zone by dropping 3 bike lengths back. At all times, you need to stay to the right-hand side of the road unless you are passing. And finally, remember to have a great time on race day enjoying one of the greatest sports on earth. We thank you for participating and look forward to seeing you on race day.